Hello.
Well, hello. We're live. Um, Welcome to Jukebox Jury. We have a new guest juror this week. Thank you for stepping in. We're a man down. Our usual Johnny's in Paris, so Glick's come in and help. Has decided to come and help us out. Would you like to tell everybody a bit? Hang on a minute. Let me change this layout and make you bigger. There we go. Right. Do you want
Make
to
me
tell us about
bigger.
yourself, there, Glick?
Feel like the champ that I am. No, I appreciate you reaching out to me. Kind of last minute, but that's okay. That's okay. My Fridays are usually Friday open are usually open, so uh, I'm excited to be here. It's a little bit different change of pace from what I'm normal or what I'm used to with podcast I do 3 nights a week, nonsensical nonsense. Some of you guys may or may not know. It's we're unhinged. We're not right in the head, but definitely, I'm happy to be here. Obviously, some of you guys may have seen Leggy on our show. You guys probably seen Jeeves on our show. I don't get to hang out with Jeeves too often, so I'm excited to get to hang out for a little bit with Jeeves and whatnot. So,
Yeah,
Oh. And for anybody who doesn't know, Jeeves, do you want to tell everybody a bit about yourself?
I'm Jeeves, aka Mr. Twix. Um, I stream on Twitch and everywhere else I can. So that's me. I DJ 3 times a week, I guess. That's it. I'm not that exciting on the internet world.
You're all so low energy today. We need to do
Yep.
something to
The
rile you
up
up a
it.
bit. Yeah, get some pace going. I'm Helen. I host Helen's Mixtape on 365 Radio every week on a Thursday, and we do this little panel show because people send me their music, hoping it'll be played on the radio, and I can't play everything. So we decided to, give more people an opportunity to have their music heard. So we relaunched. I stole it. Sorry, BBC. An old concept that used to be on TV when I was a kid called Jukebox Jury. So we're doing a modern version of it. So let's call up the emails. And it's been a while because we're a week later than we were supposed to give them an extra. I give them an actual Twix. Yeah.
I dial it back a little bit from my normal personality on my show for your show.
You're fine. Just be yourself. You're good.
Yep.
So I'm looking for the emails. Here we go.
While you look for it, Benji, I actually got coffee with sugar in it, so that that might get me up.
So he's ready to go. I've got one of those instant, one of those. Hi, Benji. I've got one of those instant sachet latte coffee things, which I never normally drink, and it's got sugar in it as well, which is I never put sugar in anything. So hopefully it'll kick in soon. All right, let's look through these emails. How far back? So what I did was, I don't know if you remember last time, Jeeves, I was saying to you that Gmail separates emails off into two different folders.
Yep.
Right. So I missed quite a lot of stuff coming in. I hadn't realised. So I've gone through them all, anything that's music related, and I've starred them. So we've got a special folder. So I don't know how far back I need to go. Toby Sonics. Okay, so we're into September. Maybe not go any further back than that. Okay, let's see what's been sent then in this month. All right, so we've got most of these are from promoters actually, which drives me insane because I usually like people to send me their music directly. This is one that's jumped out at me. Millie Manders and the Shut Up. It says shut your mouth. That kind of sounds like our kind of thing. So
I was going to say, can I get this song for tomorrow night by chance?
Yeah, shut your mouth.
find something that you like. So here's what it says on the thing. Wait a minute, has that shared the yes it has. That's good. Okay. Hey Helen, hope you're doing good. Please find the new single from Millie Manders and the Shut Up in below. Shut Your Mouth is out now and available for airplay. The tune comes ahead of the band setting off for an extensive tour through October and November, visiting all corners of the UK. I hope you like the tune, Lee. That was nice and short and sweet. Thank you for keeping it nice and short and sweet. I hate when we get like 10 pages of blurb. Let's see if we can find the link though. Do we have a video for this? We do not have a video for this. Do I have to download it or can I just play it? God, this is so frustrating.
It's probably like a Dropbox or something.
Right, we can play it. Hang on. So I need to reshare, don't I, because it doesn't jump screens with us.
Nope.
Okay, we ready?
Yes.
You tell me if you've got sound.
Shut your mouth, you dirty habit, you pretty thing, you rotten rabbit. I like your face, but you can shove it. I'm trying to quit, everything toxic. Lately I've been working on my loving at the back, guys. I'm not trying to say it's all, guys. It's a saying meant for all kinds, and I'm trying to fit together. One my lean to you is tethered when I know I deserve better than you being here in the weather. It's a nature conversation that I'm willing to pay to, but you've lost all of my respect, and I need you to hear me say. I need you to hear me say. I need you to hear me say. Shut your mouth, you dirty habit, you pretty thing, you rotten rabbit. I like your face, but you can shove it. I'm trying to quit, everything toxic. Yeah, shut your mouth, you dirty habit, you pretty thing, you rotten rabbit. I like your face, but you can shove it. I'm trying to quit, everything toxic. Let's not pretend you're my friend when you only ever show up cause you're wanting something from me. So my inbox is now open like I haven't really spoken to you in 5 years. But I'd love it if you put me on the guest list, please. I'm not here to be your freebie, maybe I'm talking too freely, but I'm sick to death of having people who can't make a habit of a two-way interaction without other motivations. So shut your mouth, you dirty habit, you pretty thing, you fat rabbit. I like your face, but you can shove it. I'm trying to quit, everything toxic. Yeah, shut your mouth, you dirty habit, you pretty thing, you fat rabbit. I like your face, but you can shove it. I'm trying to quit, everything toxic, everything toxic. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. You turn up at my door and you're all sweetness and light, but I know there's something else 'cause I can see it in your eyes. It used to be that I would seek all your love and affection, but the tables have now turned, my friend. You're ready for rejection. You shut your mouth, you dirty habit, you pretty thing, you fat rabbit. I like your face, but you can shove it. I'm trying to quit, everything toxic. Yeah, shut your mouth, you dirty habit, you pretty thing, you fat rabbit. I like your face, but you can shove it. I'm trying to quit, everything toxic.
Yeah. No audio from you.
That's because I turned myself down on the desk. Silly me. That's twice I've done that today.
That's twice today. Yeah.
Twice today. Silly sausage. Go on, Jeeves. You go first.
Oh, I love it. This is my alley. It's like more like pop punk. Like they, I think they will make it in the mainstream. It's more mainstream than whatever you want to put in your. It's nothing to do with your show at all. I love the guitar. I knew where the breakdowns and everything because the structure of that pop punk is right there. So I knew where they were going to do the bridge, where they were going to drop and not drop. It was kind of cool after coming out the bridge, and then they did some this cool stuff, which I wasn't expecting. I thought they were going to just drop right in, but it didn't. So it's kind of cool. I love it. I would play this. I'll play this. If I can get the link, I'll put it on uh my playlist. I love it. This is the kind of stuff I used to play in the '90s when I was playing in a band, stuff like this. So it sounds more like Blink 182 and like all those kind of type of band, you know, and like Green Day and all that. So they fit right in that genre. I love it. Awesome, guys. That was great, and the vocals were amazing, and it caught me. Shut you, shut up, you know. So it's like easy lyrics. So yeah, loved it.
Click.
Wow. There was a lot going on there. Little techno-ish at the beginning, the pop emo, like Jeeves said, real heavy metal. For whatever reason, just random Cookie Monster screaming towards the end. Love the chorus. Yeah, it's not for me. It's not my cup of tea though. There's just too much going on. Trying to figure out, like pick a sound and stick with it. They're all over the place, which is great for people like me who have ADHD, and you get 14 different genres of music in one song. But then the vocals outside of the chorus were kind of muddled together. I mean, so kind of lost me a couple times. But yeah, unfortunately, I was really had high hopes because of the title of the song, but kind of let me down a little bit.
Okay, I liked it. And I know that that's going to shock people because you're going to be like, what? Wait, what? Helen liked it? No, I did. And it's funny how Jeeves said 90s because immediately I had in my head Republica. Do you remember Republica?
Yes.
Saffron from Republica is what came to mind when I was listening to this. If you were to take Republica and mash it up with Lily Allen, this lassie sounds a lot like Lily Allen vocally. She's got the kind of London accent thing happening. I would even go as far back as that. I would say there was a lot of punk influence in there, like Susie and the Banshees. I could hear that running, in the background. Now, I love all that stuff. I know synth is my thing, but I love punk, like original punk. I love Susie and the Banshees. I love post-punk new wave. I love all that stuff. The yelling, screaming rock thing is not my scene. That was the thing that I was like, oh fuck, like I wish they'd take that out, right? Because that was just too jarring. There was a lovely little synthy bit where it went all quiet for a minute before it elevated again. That's my kind of thing. Like, I liked this. I don't know if I would play it on Helen's mixtape, and that is exactly why this show exists. Because it should be heard, but unless I'm doing a punk special or a kind of indie rock special or something, it's going to be so out of place with everything else that I play. It's not going to go on Helen's mixtape, right? But it should be heard because I mean, excuse me, I really liked it. So
I think Jeeves was right though. I think it does have a very mainstream sound. So I mean, there's that possibility for them to be heard on the radio and to get the attention.
I think on stations over here, like maybe BBC Six Radio or maybe Introducing or whatever in the local, I don't think it wouldn't be hitting like Radio 1, and it wouldn't necessarily be hitting commercial radio in terms of like the stations that make revenue off of ads and have executives making playlists, right? I know the BBC has executives making playlists as well, but it's more likely to make that playlist depending on what station. I don't know how it would play in States. Like, that had a very British sound to me.
I think it would depend on, in all honesty, like the region, because like grunge and stuff like that, and a lot of the emo whatnot came from like the West Coast. They would probably get some play over there. Like I said, just depending upon the region and the area, it would probably get play. Obviously,
your grunge is like your Seattle, isn't it? That kind of area.
Yeah, Seattle, Washington, and
We
stuff
had
like
Nirvana and stuff over there.
Yeah.
But
So-
like where I'm at, they probably wouldn't get next to no play in the area I'm in, just because
To country.
it's more top 40 rock and country ish and hip hop in my area. So that other kind of out there genre of music doesn't get much love in the Midwest, but
Also hard to pinpoint what genre this actually is.
Yeah,
And I
exactly.
actually like that, though. I like the fact that it could be slotted into so many different labels. I hate labels generally anyway, right? But it could be slotted into so many different things.
I thought it was
liked
kind of cool. I think it would go in the US because of the guitar that they had in there. It sounded more like the new stuff that like Blink comes out with and stuff. They like infuse like techno kind of style into it and stuff like that. So, but I don't know about the vocals because the vocals sounded more like British. So
Yeah, I
that's where it's
totally
gonna.
had like if you were like I say if you were to mash up Lily Allen with Saf from Republica, that's what I
Yeah.
had in my head
Yeah.
when I was listening to her. But she's got a good voice. I liked it.
Yeah.
So what do we think, boys? Do we think it was a hit or a miss?
Well, it's a hit for me. I would play this.
Come on, Glick, stop keeping us in
It was
suspense.
nonsense.
It was nonsense. Was it nonsensical nonsense?
It's nonsense. Nonsensical would have been a hit, but no.
Okay. So 2 out of 3 isn't bad, Millie Manders and the Shut Up. Thank you for sending in your track.
Not terrible. Not the worst song I've ever heard.
Yeah, shut your mouth.
I'm sure
Just like the
we've still
band.
got another 3 tracks to go. You know, we
I
might
love your face, but shut your mouth.
there was a lyric in there that I really liked, and it was and it really chimed actually. That's why I started laughing. It was like, I haven't spoken to you for 5 years, but can you put me on the guest list? I was like, that's so like that. Do you know what I mean? Like that chimes, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, let's share this emails again and see what we can find. Need to go back. Right. I'm trying to find something that like jumps out at me because they all have the same promoter sending stuff. Here's one that says remixes. Let's have a little look and see what this says. Hello, folks. Perfect Defeat is being released on all streaming platforms on October the 20th. So I'm only a couple of weeks behind. I do read everything eventually. It just takes me a little bit of time, right? Here are the remixes for you all to do with what you wish with them, starting as soon as you receive this message. The artists who remixed the track are Blacklight, Shelter, Train to Spain. So hang on. Res Filter and Darren James are all quite diverse. So I don't know what it is I've been sent. Is it a list of different remixes?
Sounds like you got a list of a bunch of different remix songs.
Now we've got to pick one.
Yeah, like DJs or something that did like Rock Lee does, friend of our show. That's what he does a lot of too as well. He remixes popular songs.
It says, thank you for all your support in the past. We hope you enjoy these. So let's open the Dropbox and see what's there. Oh God. Folders. Oh, just give me a second, boys. I'm just trying to fathom what I'm doing here. Hang on. This is what I mean. Like, okay, so anybody who's watching the show who produces music, okay, if you want this format, sending it in folders and things, that's okay if you want me to play it on the radio. But if you want something featured on Jukebox Jury, send me one link. I don't want to have to download anything. Or even better still, if you've got a video, send me a YouTube link to the video. That's the easiest way to get us to hear it. And just keep it simple and short. Okay, because this takes time. Tracks, press release, video. Oh, video. Hang on. Ooh, there's a video.
I see it.
Okay, let's do that. Can I open that? What is that? Breathe of My Leaves. It doesn't tell me which remix this is of though, right? It said there was remixes and it doesn't tell me which remix it's the video of. Okay, let's just play it and see what happens. Okay, I'm not getting any sound.
countryside, above the land, a place I keep for you. You compliment my melodies, but sabotage my fantasies. Stay with me, my scale of queens. A third of me, the third of me, yeah, yeah, my perfect defeat. My perfect defeat, yeah, you have a song to sing until you ruin it. Find some other plans. It always seems to me that you're getting in the way, but without you I'm a single man.
I really wish I knew which remix that was, or if that's the original track, because it's the only video in the list of stuff, and that's slightly annoying.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first, Click? What did you think?
I actually really like that one. I was I was just over here in my own little world jamming out. I like the beat. I've kind of gotten over the last couple few years gotten a little bit more into like the DJs and the EDM style of music, whatnot. At first, the guy's voice kind of lost me, but then he kind of brought it back around and got better. But I really liked it, and I could definitely hear that on the radio. Even here, you're definitely going to hear it in the clubs. That's for sure. No matter where you are, I think that's a great club song. Everybody's going to be dancing. Um, I'm not technical or engineer guy. I'm just a fan of music. Jeeves can break it all down, but I like the drops. I like the beat, and it had me dancing over here, so I'm happy. But I liked it. Yeah, I would like to know if that was a cover of another song because it does sound vaguely familiar. And there was one part of the song that made me think of. I don't know if you guys remember the old Vine, the Gummy Bear song.
Yes.
There was
I'm a gummy bear.
like
I'm a gummy
right
bear.
towards the beginning, almost middle, there was a section where it was like, if he breaks into the Gummy Bear song, I'm done.
It's drop and go.
But no, I really liked it. I enjoyed it. It was definitely catchy. It was something it's something that I would play during break on our show. And I think even some of our listeners will get a enjoyment out of it and like it. So I'm in.
Jeeves?
Yeah. Yeah, it is a club mix. So basically, yeah, I liked it. It got me grooving a little bit. Yeah, like Glick said, the vocals were kind of like what the heck kind of thing, at first when it came through, but then it brought it all back together. And I did hear the Gummy Bear song almost. It came up. I was like, wait a second. And then I was grooving to it and I was waiting for that. And then it never did. They kind of teased you on it, but yeah, it was
Yeah.
good. I liked it. Yeah. I don't know if I would play this over and over again, or I might play it on my DJ set maybe if they wanted me to, but I don't know. I would listen to it one more time, but
Yeah, exactly. I would definitely give it I'd give it another
another.
spin.
Is that you?
Yes.
Okay, so we've played Breathe of My Leaves before. Not this song, but we've played them before because I remember the name. and thinking, that sounds odd that it's Breathe of My Leaves rather than Breath of My Leaves. Like, I remember having that conversation about how that didn't sound grammatically correct because I'm weird that way. So the band are familiar. Now, looking through the list of things that have been sent on the Dropbox, I've got a funny feeling that might have been the original track because everything else, and alongside everything has the name of the remix alongside it, and it doesn't have anything like that on the video. It just has the name of the track. So I think that's the original track, and then there's been remixes done, so we haven't actually listened to any of the remixes. It sounded a lot like a lot of other stuff, right? Oh, it's the original. Anthony says it's the original.
Oh, is it? Okay, cool.
How do you know this, Anthony? Is this your band, Anthony? coming in from Facebook. They're actually from your neck of the woods, Jeeves. They're from Vancouver. I couldn't remember. I just googled it to double check where they were from because I
That's
knew.
why it sounded a little familiar. I was like, I've heard this
Yeah,
somewhere, but then
blah blah blah. Didn't give me your nonsense. Anyway, so
what? Excuse me?
that's why it sounded familiar. Because it's got like Vancouver in the background. You can just hear it in the ether.
Oh no. I've heard it somewhere.
No, I liked it. It sounded like a lot of other stuff though. It didn't sound like particularly unique, but his voice is unique, and I liked it. I know that you were saying you weren't too sure about his vocals. I actually liked his vocals. He's got a powerful voice. I liked it. I don't really have very much to say about it. I don't have any, constructive criticism or advice, or like it's well put together, it's polished, it doesn't really need anything tweaked. It was good, it was fine, and it's ready to go. It's not like, how you get things that are sent by independent artists and you're like, okay, this has been produced in a basement somewhere and it's good but it needs work. This is polished, it's fine, it's ready to go on the radio. There's nothing wrong with this, and I can't give any advice. I liked it. So what do we think? Was it a hit or a miss?
I'm gonna give it the old nonsensical.
Why do you guys have tea? Oh,
It's back to front. Congratulations, Breathe of My Leaves is a hit all round. Well done. Thank you for sending your track in. Okay, let's reopen the emails and see what's going on.
Yeah, I almost want to
What's
hear
up?
more of their just to see if it was like a
Well,
one-off.
we could open one of the remixes and listen to one of the remixes on the audio, just because there's not a video for it, but there are other. We could listen to one.
Well,
of
it looks like they got a YouTube channel, so I'll just go look. I'll search it myself because I'll fall in. You know me, I'll fall into a wormhole. We've talked about. Actually, we'll leave my wormholes out of this.
Yes, let's
Yep.
not go there. Okay, so what have I opened up? I've opened up the wrong
my
thing.
lens.
Let me see what I'm looking for. I want to
What's
close
up,
off the
Anthony?
Dropbox. I want to close off that. I'm actually looking for the emails. Why can't I find them? Too many tabs open. That's the problem. Here we go. They say that women are good at multitasking, but you know what? See, since I've had COVID, one thing at a time. Okay, here's one that just boom, straight in my face, jumps out at me. Fire Up the Sun. It's forward. Fire Up the Sun, new single pre-release. Let's have a look at that because it's just like it's really prominent in the list. Hi, here's a link to our new single in both WAV and MPC format. This will be releasing on the 10th of November, so that's yesterday. Oh, we're catching up. I thought you might be interested in an exclusive pre-release. Yeah, when did they send it to me? The 28th of October.
They were a little bit ahead of the game. It's technically the 10th here in the States and where Jeeves is at.
Yeah,
too.
it's only just the 11th here. 'cause
Yeah, it's the 10th here.
It's not quite 1 a.m. Okay, so it's today. It's released today. All right. We hope it's suitable for your promo needs. We include an image and a short bio. Okay, so what have they given me? They've given me a Bitly. What's in the Bitly? What is this? It's a Google Drive. Okay, I just want to play the bloody song.
Yeah.
Can I do that?
Or
Can
FFS.
I don't want to have to download it. I just want to play it. Can I just open it? Yes, I can. Okay, hang on. I need to make sure that it's sharing first. Because it doesn't jump with me, does it? course it doesn't. You know, when you're opening things up, it doesn't jump to what you've opened. There we go. Right, let me know if we've got audio.
Get out of here.
Can you kick it? I'll kick it right out of that massive windy. Look at him wandering about thinking he's actually Walt Disney. Let me tell you, there's one thing that's defo true about his name. That's he doesn't do anything worthwhile and he never takes any blame. He ain't like the kind of person you could sell a used car to. One that doesn't have any wheels and the seats are all clarty. I didn't sail down the Clyde on a banana boat, you can. Or the Tay for that matter, or the Severn or the Trent. Hey, you with the daft hat, standing right there at the back. Straighten yourself up, son. Less of that slack. Oh, hang on, wait. Do you suffer from extreme scoliosis? I just thought it was someone like maybe deep vein thrombosis. Bipartisan mood music echoes out into the night and becomes an audio representation of a sharp stalactite. I saw you crumble at the first sign of discord. Panicked, anxious pariah holding on to the ripcord. Like, what's his name? Jason Lee for that show My Name Is Earl. He's claiming back karma that's maybe good for a spell. This really should have been sorted out a long time ago. My heart's on my sleeve, blood's pumping and I'm ready to go. And these here are dark secrets that I shouldn't ever reveal. I'm opening the doors wide as I can in my own domicile. There's no point in starting this with a blatant rage and aggression. The chronology from 1 to 5, they'll all get a mention. Big pillows to punch are all lying there on the couch, but sometimes it's better to find a way to use your own mouth. Primarily screaming loudly to heal the inner child inside. Slowly letting light in the window when you open wide the blinds. Sharp as the knife that is used every other day, but make sure it's cleaned off once used and put safely away. Sharp as the tack that is placed on the seat. Sharp as the nail that will destroy your feet. I soon heard the word that they found a strange body lying naked, broken, silent there down in the quarry. Please God, no stand in the way, this out of control lorry. If you catch up with the news at some point, you'll get the full story. Look out there, that's your body double ordering drinks. The illustrious doppelganger clicks his cursor on the link. Non-existence, the page that it takes you is now no more. You get cracked hard in the chops by a big 404. Is that the number of the interstate that you're trundling swiftly down? The illusion's there of driving, but you're stuck in a car on the room. Steering wheel speeding you with haste through the subliminal, but then you wake up with a bad taste to an Xbox peripheral. There's magic in the air, but please say it's no the gathering. Sitting playing Warhammer when there's better skills you can be mastering. Speaking of mastering RC, I should give this a mention. Gonna put some distortion on this vocal, it might get a bit of tension. Sharp as the tag that is placed on the seat. Sharp as the nail that will destroy your feet. Sharp as the tag that is placed on the seat. Sharp as the nail that will destroy your feet. Sharp as the tag that is placed on the seat. Sharp as the nail that will destroy your feet. Sharp as the tag that is placed on the seat. Sharp as the nail that will destroy your feet. Sharp as the tag that is placed on the seat. Sharp as the nail that will destroy your feet. Sharp as the tag that is placed on the seat. Sharp as the nail that will destroy your feet. Sharp as the tag that is placed on the seat. Sharp as the nail that will destroy your feet. Sharp as the tag that is placed on the seat. Sharp as the nail that will destroy your feet. Sharp as the tag that is placed on the seat. Sharp as the nail that will destroy your feet. Sharp as the tag that is placed on the seat.
Okay, that's the longest fade out in history. Right. Jeeves,
Wow.
you first.
Okay, it's very dark and weird. First of all, the lyrics and everything. Finding a body and I don't know. It's just weird. I kind of digged it. Even though it was kind of weird, but I actually digged it. I like the drums in there and the whole musical. I had nothing to say about that. But the lyrics and everything kind of got me chuckling and weird. So it's like, oh my god. But he kept it modern. Very modern.
Did you need it?
for sure.
I felt like I was watching you. I know it's not my turn, but I just want to just like chime in on what you're saying
Go
there.
ahead.
And I was sitting here watching it thinking, I need to translate this because like you have no fucking clue.
Yeah, because I was
what's
trying to
being
like
said.
listen to his vocals because it's kind of hard to hear that, and I'm trying to make up because he was talking so fast. So I caught a bit of it, but I was still trying to make up on what he's trying to say, you know.
Mhm.
So it's kind of weird. So yeah, I thought it was okay, you know, but it was kind of weird, very weird.
Glick.
I love the track. The instrumental behind it was awesome. I was expecting something totally different music wise, but I've heard a lot of. I love the combination of rock and hip hop, or rock and rap. I love that combination most times. And I've heard artists from the UK and from Scotland and Ireland and stuff. And there's a guy on TikTok that I really like. I can never remember his name. He just pops up all the time, but I really like him. He's from the UK. But yeah, I needed a translator. I was so lost, and I'm like, the music's drowning out your vocals. You sound mush mouth. But again, I love the instrumental part. That was awesome. And the fade out at the end. Yeah, we get it. The nail is sharp and the tack is in the sheets.
End it already. Damn it.
You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
Are you done?
Yeah, the less I say, the better.
Okay. First of all, when it came in with that sort of heavy synthy, I thought, ooh, heavy synthy, because heavy synthy is my thing, right? I'm like, ooh. And then I heard a Scottish accent, and I was not fucking expecting that, right? I don't know what kind of genre of music I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting that. And then I was sitting listening, and I'm like, this is like tongue in cheek. First of all, anybody singing anything in a broad Scottish accent is like a massive fuck you to everybody. That's just like a fuck you to everybody. Like, zero fucks are given, because they know when that's getting released, a lot of people aren't going to understand what they're actually saying, and it's still a massive fuck you, right? I like that. I like that attitude of, well, fuck you, I'm going to say it in my normal accent. But what was interesting was it sounded to me like a Glaswegian accent, right? Very Scottish, right? But then he threw in the word Ken in there, which means nothing to you guys. But ken is something that gets said in Scotland when it means you know. So if you ken something, you know it, right? It's not a phrase that gets used in Glasgow. And I'm like, this fucker's being tongue in cheek, right? He's messing. I liked it. I thought it was, I know that makes, I mean, if with no local knowledge, it makes no sense to any of you at all whatsoever, but I was sitting listening to it thinking, this is and actually the lyrics of the content, if you understood what was being said, actually clever, dark, but clever. Excuse me, that instant coffee is horrible, it keeps coming back on me. No, actually, this is not my kind of genre of music, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it just because of the sentiment behind it. The music track was good, just what you're saying, the instrumental was good. I could understand what was being said, right? So it's a massive, bonus to me. I could actually understand what he was saying. I kind of wish we had the lyrics up. Fuck it, let's see if we can find the lyrics on Google and let's translate them for you. I'll talk you through them line by line, right? Let's see if we can, because I want to hang on, Fire Up the Sun, it was called.
It kind of like when they first came on and stuff, I was like, oh, this is Glasgow, because Johnny sounded exactly like him and stuff. So I clicked on when I remembered going to Glasgow and stuff and hearing people, and it clicked on. I was like, this is Glasgow. Total Glasgow accent.
It was like definitely Glasgow, but then when he threw in I ken this or I ken that, I'm like, ooh, you're messing around. Yeah. Right, it's they've got a website, but I don't see any like lyrics.
Ken is Barbie's boyfriend.
Yep.
No, Ken is like, if you ken something, you know it,
And by the way, I would not watch the Barbie movie ever, even if it came out for free.
All right, thanks for sharing that information with us, Jeeves.
Not a compliment, I'll say that much.
Thanks for that. Thanks for the clarification. Did they send me lyrics in the email? Hang on. Brief bio, wave promo. No, it doesn't have any lyrics. I would love a copy of the lyrics, boys. If you see this and play it back, I would love to actually, for the Americans and the Canadian, for the American and the Canadian, right?
For the Sasquatch in the room.
And the other Americans that tend to tune into this on the replay, I would love to go through and translate the lyrics for them, because obviously it is a broad Scottish accent and they don't have a fucking clue what you're saying.
For all Americans listening to this, none of us have any idea what's going on.
It's one of the reasons why I love it even more, because it's like a fuck you. We don't care what you think.
Yep.
I love that. I fucking love that. I'm a punk
that-
at heart. What can I say?
And that last lyrics that they had at the end there with the nails in your foot or something.
Nails in your foot.
Sharp as the
tack
tack,
in your
sharp
sheet.
as the
Yeah.
tack, and the nail in your foot. I
Yeah.
can't remember something.
I don't know how we forgot it. It was said to us over
I
and
know.
over.
Over and over
Song's
again.
right
I
after
know.
10 million times.
The ending was longer than the actual song itself.
Exactly.
Like
It
I
did
said,
take ages to fade out. It did. It
Yeah.
was a long exit. Right. What did we think? Was it a hit
It
or a
was
miss?
weird, but I loved it.
It was a swing and a miss. It was nonsense.
Oh.
It was a hit for me because I love the fucking. It blew me. The fact that it was a Scottish accent, I was not expecting that, and I enjoyed it.
But to be fair,
To be fair, go on.
I did love the track. Thought that was great. If I knew what they were talking about or what he was saying, or if I could understand him a little bit better, I would probably be right there with you because I love that genre, the combination of the two musics. But
So
I
what?
was just for me, I don't know what's
What you
going on.
need to. So what you need to do, boys, is you need to re-record a second version with an accent that's the Queen's English and sound ever so posh.
I won't
And
listen to that.
and re-record it with the same lyrics translated into proper Queen's English, into RP.
I don't think it's not the accent because accents have never really messed me up before. I mean, I've dealt with people
No,
from all over the world.
it wasn't so much the
slang.
accent. The thing is, it wasn't so much the accent. It was the local vernacular. There was a lot of slang in there.
Yeah, the
So
slang.
you needed it translated. Like, say, there was words like you saying things like windy, which was window, right?
Yeah.
Or Disney or Disney means don't. Like,
Mm.
or if somebody doesn't do something, they don't do it, right? They haven't done it. So it's things like obviously it rhymed. Getting those words to rhyme as well. You know.
Disney is the happiest place in the world.
What's that?
Didn't you say one of the lyrics was Disney?
Yeah, if somebody, but
See,
if Walt Disney do something, he doesn't do it, right? Walt Disney.
Oh, doesn't he do it? Yeah, that's the
Doesn't he
accent.
do it?
Disney.
Doesn't he do
nice,
it?
nice.
Doesn't he do
Okay,
it?
I get you.
Disney.
Nice.
Get it? If we put it in context. Okay.
Disney.
So it was a hit for me. I think you did good, boys, but I think you should re-record it with a proper English version just for Glick.
I'll change my vote and I'll give you. You've leveled out the scale. I don't know where I'm going because I liked it, but I didn't like it. You know, there you go. There you go.
You're finding it hard to decide. So I didn't write down that.
Just
I've
roll
been
a
writing down
dice.
so that I can actually
Exactly. Flip a coin.
remember when I'm tagging these people and stuff. I like to write down what it was we actually listened to, and I forgot to do that. So what was that track called? Between a Nail and a Sharp Place.
Actually, guys, if you'd like to come on Nonsensical Nonsense and explain yourselves, then you're welcome to. I have lots of questions.
But bring a translator.
Yep. Helen, are you up for the job?
Edinburgh Helen will step in and translate for you.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll have subtitles at the bottom of the screen.
I'll sit there and type the subtitles while she
I
Wouldn't
will,
be the first time we had to have you come in and translate for us.
I know. It's Glasgow. What can I say? I'm only
Yeah,
joking.
I
I'm
caught
only
that.
joking, boys. Well done. You did good. Listen, that was track
Jo-
number 3.
Johnny
right?
would have got that for sure.
Johnny would have, yeah. Yeah, he would have. Ponce
he's
would have got
from
it as
Glasgow.
well. Ponce lives in Glasgow.
Yeah.
Although he's English, he lives there. Right. So, that was the third track, right? So we need to do one more. Let me just
One more.
open the emails again then. All right. That just was not. There was nothing in that press release to say that they were from Scotland. I was not expecting that. That was a pleasant surprise. Okay. All these things are all from the same people. Look, the Shona McLaren, same thing, same Bill Cummings, same hot. They're all PR companies, and I'm looking for something that's been sent by the artist themselves, and I'm struggling. Okay, here's Montage Collective. Let's go in here and have a look at this one. Hi Helen, Protector Oppressor is the second single from Montage Collective album Altars. The single features the vocals of Warren Bullock from Sonar 4 in an alternate upbeat interpretation of the original song. So this is a cover. The track will be available with the instrumental version from the 27th of October on all streaming platforms. Altars features the alternate version and remixes of the Outliers album to be released on the 30th of December. That all sounds very complicated. Also included is the Outliers version exclusively for radio. Okay, so these are all MP3s. I don't have a video. I've got artwork. I've got 10 million links to 10 million things.
Nice.
God. Thank you for your time and ongoing support for independent artists. If you feel you have received this in error, please unsubscribe, blah-de-blah. Okay, so electronic press kit, artwork. I don't want artwork. I want the bloody song. MP3s. Okay, so we've got three choices here. We've got Protector Oppressor featuring Sonar 4, which is the one that was discussed in the thing. Then we've got instrumental, and we've got the album version. What would you like to listen to? You've got a choice. With vocals, instrumental, or album version?
With the vocals? Why album version? Yeah, let's go
Album
with
version would be nice, since I mean they're basically, you know, you wanting to see if you want to put this on the radio, so you want to hear that nice polished version.
Okay, let's do the album version then. Is that what we think?
Yes.
Is that the consensus? All right. I'll need to switch the sharing over. Hang on, because it hasn't jumped with me, has it?
Nope.
No. Hello, Dillaponce. You're full of cold and drunk. So what's new, man? Is that not standard?
Drunk.
We were actually just talking about you. We just had a track from someone who's clearly from Glasgow, and we were saying you could translate it for us because you live in Glasgow.
Yep.
All right. Let me know if we have audio.
We're good.
Remember me when you were crawling. I broke your fall and stayed up till morning. I carried you all night on my own. Then life stole your trust, and now you're gone. I was there when they pushed you down. I was there when you hit the ground. I protected you. I believe
Who's-
I almost kind of want to go and listen to the remix version and see if it was any better. Like, don't say better, but I just don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a reason why it's been remixed, right?
Yeah, exactly. I was actually thinking the exact same thing. Like,
Should we open it again and dig out the remix, and then we can do give a synopsis based on listening to both? Because I feel like we've given it a fairer chance.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do the
Okay,
with the
let's do that
vocals.
then. Let me reopen this and see if we can, because I just feel a little bit like, I don't know. I want to feel like I've been fair, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's not the right thing. Hang on, I need to go into, where was that link for that? Have I lost the link to the, what the hell? As Jeeves would say.
What the hell?
What the hell?
Gotta do it. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, but
we'll say this much. I'm actually kind of really hurt because I didn't know that my good buddy Sir Poussoir put out an album. Sounded like an alien in a spaceship at the beginning.
what?
If you don't know who Sir Poussoir is, Helen,
No,
you were there.
who's Sir Poussoir?
My alien friend that I get drunk and throw beer cans at. You were
Oh.
there.
I don't recall.
Yes. It's industrial, man. That's what they call it.
Why can't I find the email that this came in?
We have lost it. Could you not just hit the back button on the track?
I did not. There wasn't anything there when I was trying to hit the back button.
This email will self-destruct.
That's what it's like. It's
I
like,
know.
I've got it. Dearie me, what a palaver. What a palaver, mate. Okay, let's go. And
what?
listen. A palaver. That's what happens when you live down near the West Country. When you drink cider
okay.
and use voices for Elizer.
Okay.
And drink some Iron Brewery.
It makes no sense to anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about, right? I need to reshare this. I jumped over.
You'll have to ignore my American ignorance.
So if you so down near sort of Plymouth, kind of the very bottom of England, where all the pirates used to live, round about Somerset, they all talk like that. You talk like you drive a tractor. You know, you don't know
So they're
where
like-
that accent. I don't know why I started talking like that. I don't know. I just did.
Those are my
Like the
people.
Vikings.
They're the rednecks and hillbillies. Those are my people.
Pretty much.
Don't make fun of us.
Farmers who drink cider,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, those are my people. Small town people, farmers and
It's
stuff.
okay. We'll just throw some potatoes at you.
I was being racist. Oh, how the
Listen, we'll just
tables
throw
have
some potatoes at you.
Oh, now I know how you act on your show.
That's funny. Right. Let me know if you got the audio for this.
Remember me when you were crawling. I broke your fall and stayed until morning. I carried you all night on my own. Then life stole your trust, and now you're gone. I was there when they pushed you down. I was there when you hit the ground. I protected you. I believed in you. Saw our lives torn apart. Saw inside your fragile heart, and in my arms I
Okay.
Much better.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
Million times better. Glad we gave that a second chance. Excuse me. I gotta agree with Planet Yes. I was thinking the exact same thing. Very Nine Inch Nails, very Trent Reznor. Definitely felt that in the remix. Glad we flipped the coin and gave it the second go because the remix is way better than the album. Um, all the way around, I was liking it. I like the voice. I like the track. I like the instrumental. Definitely something that I wouldn't play it on my show just because there's a lot of music we don't play on our show because we have a tempo that we try to keep. And even as much as I love artists, if it's slower tempo or a sadder song or something like that, I don't want to lose that tempo from break to break. But it's definitely something I would absolutely listen to if it came on the radio or if it was in my playlist. The only critique I really have for it was a lot of missed opportunities for some real big drops to introduce drums that were just slamming or a ridiculous electric guitar riff. It's really the only major critique I have because I kept waiting for it. And it was like they would build up like it was going to hit, and then there was just nothing. I was, oh, come on, you're killing me, even in the remix. So, but I really liked it. I like the song. I like the guy's voice.
Jeeves?
Yeah, I agree with what Click said. You know, drops and stuff like they will build it up to the climax and then just didn't explode. So it didn't. But the remix was much more better. Everything was pronounced, and then it was like in the first one, they kind of lost me, completely lost me. Like it was like boring. You know, it didn't have anything. But once this one came in, like the drums, like I'm a drummer myself, so I hear the drums first before I hear anything else, and that punched right in. And the snare you can hear, and then the key, the piano that came in was pronounced, was really nice. I just wish they had some sort of bridge and parts of it. It just went like this the whole throughout. It didn't have no. It tried to, and then it just dropped, just like so.
Yeah, it's
I
just
don't
like
know if I
tripping.
would listen to this again. It'll still make me like. I guess I would get lost in the track pretty much because there's no different variations to it, you know. So kind of zoned me out a little bit, you know. So yep, and that's all I have to say.
Okay, so I'm going to read the comments first before I give my opinion. So,
Okay.
first of all, with the first track, Della Ponce or Planet Yes had said this sounds like Norway's Eurovision entry, which was actually quite a funny comment. It felt I think the first track felt depressing as hell. Like I wanted to go and slit my wrists after I'd heard it. He says instantly better when we're talking about the second track. He says instantly better than the original. Smacks the Nine Inch Nails. Trent Reznor. I don't think this track quite knows what it's doing. Plinky plonk, cute piano, and synthy undertones. Okay. The remix was better than the original track. I'm glad that we did give that a chance. It sounded a lot of much of the sameness though, right? Just what you're saying. Like there was an opportunity to mix it up and it didn't happen. It was just it kind of just plodded along and it was much of the same of the same of the same. There wasn't anything wrong with it. I do agree with what you're saying. It could have had something else dropped in there to, you know, rather than an anticlimax to actually, you know, elevate it. If I had to critique anything, it would actually be the vocals. And what I mean by that is where the backing vocals were harmonizing with the main vocals, presumably he's recorded his own harmonies, right? There wasn't enough separation between those two things, right? There wasn't enough separation between the vocals. So it just made all of the vocals seem a bit muddied, like slightly out of tune. It made them sound slightly flat, like off key. And it's just because the harmonies there wasn't enough separation in the harmonies. I'm probably not explaining that very well, but when you're listening
Very
to it,
monotone.
it sounded like he was just slightly off key. And it was actually it wasn't there was two different vocals, but it was his vocal. So because it's him backing himself up, there wasn't enough separation between those two things. He really needed to jump another octave or put more reverb or some kind of EQ on the other vocal just to separate them. It sounded the vocal sounded muddy.
Well,
That's the only thing I can pick out.
with like Nine Inch Nails and other American bands, even now, granted, no great singer, great vocal range, but if you listen to some of their songs like STP or Alice in Chains, they had a lot of the same similar, their slower songs was kind of similar monotony like that. And
Mhm.
Trent Reznor was the king of that here in the States as far as that music goes. You listen to any song and it was just what you hear is what you get.
Yeah.
Not a lot of
I can hear you're all saying Nine Inch Nails and Trent Reznor. I can actually hear Depeche Mode in there.
I was thinking, yeah, I couldn't think of the daggone band.
I can hear I can hear Depeche Mode actually more than Nine Inch Nails. But what I will say about Depeche Mode's vocals is that they're always flawless. Dave Gann has a baritone voice way down here, right? And Martin Gore, who actually has a superb voice in his own right, he sounds like Martin Gore sounds like a black woman in a choir when he sings. Like he's that his, it's a warm, soulful voice. Those two things together, Martin Gore backing up, on backing vocals, Dave Gann's vocals, the difference between those two things is what elevates the vocals on a Depeche Mode track. And obviously, Martin Gore sings some songs himself. He isn't always backup singer, but it's the separation between those two things. Are two very different voices, and that's what elevates those tracks. I don't know. I just feel like there wasn't enough separation between his backing vocals,
from their
his
harmony.
His harmonies were too close to his actual main vocal line, right? There wasn't enough
separation.
No, 100%. Especially when you have artists out there that are on YouTube and stuff, and they'll do an entire song and they hit 4 or 5 different vocal ranges, and they harmonize with themselves. I'm sure you guys have seen it where they put the different tone or different voices in the little box, and they all harmonize, and the way they sing and stuff like that. I agree. But I like that kind of, not necessarily like, oh my God, this guy or this woman is the greatest singer I've ever heard. They're still kind of rough around the edges. I kind of like that, but I can agree with exactly what you're saying.
There was nothing wrong with these vocals. He can sing. It's just the recording of them or the processing of them. The production
it's engineering.
of them.
It goes back to what you said.
That could be picked out and it could be improved on.
It goes back to what you said earlier. It almost sounds, instead of him actually getting into a studio, he was in a basement, and they recorded the album in a basement instead of an actual studio where they could play with all the different, buttons and switches and the ranges and stuff like that.
Somebody actually engineering it or mastering it and knowing what they're doing.
Actually, nowadays it's actually done in a basement, a very good basement, and
a lot of independent artists do produce their own stuff and do it well. Okay, and it's all the same, software or whatever. That's not really what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at,
I know what you mean.
It's the polish. It's the production of it, the mastering of it.
Yeah.
Right. There's just something not quite right about. I don't even know if it's the recording. I think that could be fixed in post. I do. I think it could be. I think the vocals could be separated out more, and that could be. There's nothing wrong with his actual voice.
Yeah.
And I mean,
well, that's the reason why he did the second version, because the first version wasn't good. So I guess he got to go the third time.
I think it's a different artist. I think they've, obviously, they decided to remix or whatever, and it was more upbeat. I didn't feel like I wanted to slip my wrists after that one. The first one, I just felt, I felt drained. Yeah. Like that was hard work to listen to. No offense.
It was tough to get through.
Yeah. Story Montage Collective. But the first track was hard work. I don't know how that would sound in context in an album. Obviously, it was the album version. So I don't know how that would sound in context of listening to an entire album. That might make a difference.
Again, I'd like to hear more from this
The album,
artist
yeah.
and see if it's kind of a constant flow, kind of a, this is their
Thing.
niche. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Or do they have more songs that are more upbeat? And I'd like to hear more from him. In all honesty, I really would. I'd like to
Yeah.
see what he can
Well,
do.
I'll be tagging all the artists on the social medias so you can delve into your wormholes.
That's the homework.
Pons, I agree. I love Tool. They're amazing live. They're amazing band. Yeah, they are also monotoned a little bit. Yeah, they do it in purpose.
Like I say, I
They're
don't even think
amazing.
his singing was particularly monotone. I think it was just the muddying of the two vocals made it sound that way. I don't even think he. Do you know what I mean? I know I'm
Yeah.
pushing the point, and I'm going to shut up. Like I don't feel like it was intentional. I feel like it was just.
Now we were just piggybacking on what.
Master.
It's just not a
Yeah,
talent. I think we can. I think we could. I don't know. Maybe agree, and I might be speaking out of turn here again. I'm just an avid music listener. I'm a fan of music. I don't know the behind the scenes things, but it almost sounds to me if he had a better producer, then the quality would be better. I think that's why I think we're all
Could have been better engineered.
better. I think that's what we're all kind of beating around the bush about was
Mhm.
just the quality of the sound, the
yeah, better
vocals. And
engineer.
stuff. And again, I couldn't do that stuff to save my life.
I know what I'm trying to say. I'm not verbalizing it very well.
I
But I
get
know
what
it is
Helen is
important.
trying to say. Yes.
And I'm sure the band will as well. They'll know what I'm talking about without me
Yeah.
actually talking very clearly at 1:30 in the morning. Right. So that's us had our 4 tracks, but we need to decide if it was a hit or a miss.
Oh, there's mine.
Was that one? We'll go like based on both of them, just as an overall. Was it a hit or a miss?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I'm so torn, but yeah, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
me too.
It was nonsense.
It wasn't nonsensical. It was just nonsense.
It was just nonsense. It was a
Yeah.
swing and a miss. It was a swing and a miss, boys. Try again.
Sorry,
What
lad.
else next time at bat?
Remaster it and
What
send it back in. We'll have another listen. Right. On that bombshell, on that depressing missile round, we didn't go out on a high, we went out on a.
I feel like you need to bring it back around and really bring us back up before we can leave. We can't leave on something like that.
By the
Brutal
time we go around and
fuckers.
do, by the time we go around and do our spiel, we'll be fine.
Next
Yeah,
time
Pons-
Con
we'll
says,
back and be like,
Con
Leave
says,
your
Tool
drunken ass over there.
Con says Tool are another great example of monotone vocals, but there's no progression in that track. Kurt was a terrible singer, but his harmonies were amazing, and he called us brutal fuckers.
That's
Which is
Leave
fair.
your drunk ass over there.
What is this nonsense about getting drunk and not coming on the show instead? Well, what is that nonsense? I mean, Glick's sitting having a beer. You could have easily still come up here.
And
but
he's the
you're too late.
nonsensical
You're
nonsense.
too late. I think he ran to the loo. Do you want to tell everybody about yourself, Jeeves, and where everybody can find you, and what you do, and where you broadcast, and the best way to
Yes.
find you?
I am Jeeves, aka Mr. Twix. I'm a DJ, engineer, live sound engineer, videographer, photographer, the whole business. I mean, not business, but like the whole music industry I work in. You can find me on Twitch, Twix on Twitch, and it's the same thing on Instagram and stuff. So you can find me there.
Yeah, don't look for
Uh,
Mr._Twitch because you won't find them. That's not the.
Twix, sorry, Twix. I couldn't speak today. Yeah, and I stream on Twitch 3 times a week. I've been slacking a lot in the past few weeks. Been busy with work and other things, because Christmas and Thanksgiving and all that is coming up. So there's a lot of shows. So I've been very busy with that kind of stuff. So that's why I haven't streamed a lot. But I'll try and get back in my record schedule. But that's me, Twix.
I'm
And
sorry. I'm laughing at Ponce's comment. I've stroked me Twixie's hair.
you did you?
Yeah, we went to that bar.
Oh yeah, you did. You did.
Oh, plenty.
You did.
Tomorrow night, come hang out. I'd like to hear the stories of you and
Oh,
Yeah,
I'll
so
tell you about the gay guy that hit on me too.
that's what Glick doesn't know is that Della Ponce met Jeeves. We went to Glasgow. We met Pons, and we also met Johnny, the other guy that does the show. So that was quite cool.
Nice.
Right, hang on. Let me just change this around. And
All right, I dropped my camera down for a second. I had to get my dog out of the window.
you're fine. You don't have to apologize. Now wait a minute. I'm
I'm
trying to
back
swap
on the
these
screen
over.
again.
Yeah, but that's
Hi.
not what I was trying to do. I was trying to take that down, and then I
Oh,
was trying
geez,
to.
looking big on the screen.
There we go.
What up?
Right, Glick. Tell everybody.
Am I back on?
Yes, tell everybody what you do, where you are, where they can find you, all the shenanigans and all the stuff.
I am your podcast champion. I'm the host of Nonsensical Nonsense. You guys can hang out with us Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. We go live 7 p.m.ish Eastern time over in America, if you're not listening in America. But Jeff and I, my co-host, it's comedy-based, satirical. We're completely unhinged. We don't hold any punches, and we don't apologize. We are on all social media, everywhere at Nonsensical Nonsense Podcast, bio link /nonsensical nonsense. You can check us out. You can listen to us anytime, any place. Saturday nights, which is tomorrow night or tonight for some of you guys, we started a new thing where we do the open door challenge. We drop the link in the chatter's box and invite anybody and everybody to come up and hang out with us. We don't care who you are. We don't care if you like us. We don't care if you don't like us. You guys are welcome to come up and hang out and shoot the shit with us and have a good time. We've been having a lot of fun with it the last couple of weeks, but like I said, a couple of guys who speak their mind and have fun, and for the most part, we try to put the BS and the drama of the world away for a few hours, a couple times a week. If you like that kind of stuff, you definitely enjoy us. Or if you have the mentality of a 14-year-old boy, you would like us.
That's why I go in there.
Yes.
Me too.
Because I've got the mentality of a 14-year-old boy.
We are very juvenile, but we have fun.
Fart jokes and dick jokes. It's not for the easily offended, though, right?
Speaking of dick jokes, I was talking about our experience that we had when you were that was you, wasn't it, Helen? The guy who popped up?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we made fun of him for 15 minutes.
Yeah, he didn't have anything to brag about, put it that way, weirdo.
Yeah, that was
that's the if you're going to do an open door challenge and drop the chat and the link, that the link in the chat, then that's what's going to happen. You're going to get weirdos with their dick out. So
you know what? We're going on our 4th week of the open door challenge. We've had great people. We've had so much fun with. You've been in there multiple times. Brian's been in there. We've had singers of bands that I enjoy come in. Former co-hosts have come into the show. People who just listen to the show and enjoy the show, they've come in. It's been really good. Out of 10, 15 guests we've had, we had one wiener show up.
well, hopefully next time it'll be something a little bit more exciting than
yeah, I mean,
semi-flop. I mean, if it had been like more erect or bigger or something more seeing,
if you want a wiener bomb us, at least be impressive.
Exactly.
Like, I can appreciate a nice wiener, but the
less said about that, Glick, the better. You've got a reputation to protect.
Well, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day.
Challenge accepted. Okay, Pons is coming.
Pons says challenge accepted.
Prepare to be roasted if you don't come correct.
Well, you'll need to find him on Nonsensical Nonsense. That's where he is on all the social media.
Yes,
and obviously, Helen's mixtape goes out on 365 Radio every Thursday at 9 p.m. UK time. That's 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific, I think. I can't remember. I used to know all the Australian time zones. I can't remember any of the Australian time zones. You'll have to look it up. You bunch of lazy.
It's 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. in the Western.
I just
in Canada.
said that. In Pacific. I did just say that.
I don't know any time zones outside of my little state, so
typical American. Nothing else exists out with your own little bubble.
We have 3 different time zones in our country, and in some states you can literally go across the street to your neighbor's house and they're an hour behind you or an hour.
Craziness. Crazy. Yeah, I think Central's 6 hours behind us. Eastern's 5 hours behind us. Pacific's
Yeah.
8 hours behind us. Anyway,
Central is like an
Learned and
hour from me. Mountain is like 2 hours, I think. I
Yeah.
gotta look that up.
I just learned and comprehended the fact that you're like 5 hours behind or ahead of us, and you've only told me about 2.3 million times. So
finally starting to sink in. But do you know what's really annoying? I've been talking about that and saying it for a long time, especially with the whole sort of Tony situation or whatever, right? 5 hours ahead, 5 hours ahead. And then last week or the week before, there was a 2-week gap where it was 4 hours difference. So that just fucked up the
Yeah.
whole, like, it's 5 hours, it's 5 hours. And then for that 2 weeks, it's like, well, it's only 4 hours. And it just messed everybody up because our clocks change at a different time.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff's like that. Sometimes, like half the year, he's an hour behind me. The other half of the year, we're the same time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, because he's in Mexico.
because he's in Mexico.
Hey,
Hey, I'm gonna be in Mexico. I have 12-hour transit, so I might see if he wants to meet up.
where you going? Where are you going down in Mexico?
In January, I'm going for a wedding. I'm doing video and photography at Acapulco, but my transit is in Mexico. I'm not sure where exactly. I have to look at my itinerary, and I got a 12-hour transit, so I can
Well,
leave,
Jeff's
I guess.
You
go
might have
through
moved to Paris
Cancun.
by then.
I think
Wait,
I think
he
I might
was-
be in Cancun. Yeah, I think I might be landing in Cancun and from Cancun to Acapulco.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Let him
Okay,
know.
we want photos of Jeeves and Jeff in a car together to check the height difference.
oh
They're the
yeah,
same
we'll do that. We'll do
They're
that. No
size.
problem.
They're both 4'9".
Listen, I'm 5. He's
That'll be
5'3".
funny if they're both sitting beside each other.
They both have to be in
Maybe
booster
probably the
seats.
same.
Their seats.
Hey, I did it
I'm
with
sorry, Jeeves, we're just
Helen.
fucking with you. I'm sorry.
Okay, I had
I know
fun.
I can't help it. I just think it's
Short
funny.
people unite. Short lives matter.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna start.
No, it was just the dichotomy between me being so big and him being so small. Like that's why it was funny.
You
You know what I mean?
know, can you imagine me and Jeff in high school together?
That was like me and Jeeves.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm every bit of at least a foot taller than Jeff, and together all the time in high school. We were in the same classes and everything. So when we'd walk down the hall, there'd be Jeff, and here's me.
Little and large. Yep. Yep.
Look like the poster from the Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito movie, Twins.
Twins.
Right? Yeah, that movie Twins. Yeah, that was awesome
Yeah.
movie.
Right. We can continue this chat later. We need to say goodbye to our people. So
Oh yes.
thank you for popping in and keeping us company. All the information about the show is on jukeboxjury.info. I keep saying that and I always there it is. I have got it. Jukeboxjury.info. Bios of all the jurors and previous episodes and all that jazz are on the website, and all the links to follow for when it goes live and all that stuff. So we'll be back in about a month's time. We usually do this once a month on a Friday, and we'll keep you posted over there as to when that's going to be.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for
Later.
thanks for saving our arse.
Yeah, no, excuse me, kind of a last minute thing, but thanks for having me. This was actually pretty cool. I mean, I'm usually on the outside looking in, and I've been trying to catch up, watching past episodes and stuff. But this is cool. I like the concept. I like the idea.
No, I appreciate you coming in and helping us out.
It was fun.
It's cool.
So much fun.
Right. Shall we say our goodbyes?
Ta-ta.
Cheer, bye, ta-ta.
Ta-ta.
Buenas noches, mi amigos.